Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. Time flies when you're drinking great wine, doesn't it? And it's already time for your June case. If you had the May case, I hope you enjoyed the wines. If there was any favourites in there, do let us know. And as always, you can buy single bottles of the wines at the bottom of this page. This month, we've got some classics and some classics with a bit of a twist I'm excited for you to try. So without further ado, let's get to the wines. So first up, we have the Esk Valley Albarino. Now, this is a grape normally associated with Spain and Galicia. And although it's not difficult to grow, these small, thick-skinned grapes are quite susceptible to disease. There's been a few bad harvests, and this, combined with worldwide demand and the rising popularity of Albarino, has meant prices have shot through the roof. Now, this has presented us with quite a nice opportunity to go out and find great value for money within Albarino. Esk Valley are a fantastic new world producer from New Zealand. And here you've got the kind of classic notes of lime, peach, tropical fruit. You've got this added weight from extended aging in the winery that Esk Valley tend to do. It's a wine that will develop nicely in the bottle, but let's face it, it's just a wine there to be enjoyed now. Continuing on, we've got the S. Naya Sauvignon Blanc. Now, it's nice to show something a little bit different, but familiar still. So this is a Sauvignon Blanc from Rueda in Spain. Now, Naya, the producer, have access to some really old vineyards, 80 to 130 years old in some cases. They've also got a Mediterranean climate, which means you've got these cold nights and warm days, which means the grapes ripen slower and more evenly. Now, this results in a more balanced, complex wine. So here you've still got classic tropical fruit that you'd expect with a Sauvignon Blanc. As well as this, you've got plenty of passion fruit coming forwards. You've also got this real kind of Rueda characteristic, which is more familiar with, say, a Verdeco. In terms of food pairing, really versatile. It goes well with spice, but you can't go wrong with any kind of seafood and fish dish. So next up, we've got the Listening Station Chardonnay. Now, I'm excited for you to try this wine because Australian Chardonnay is what gave Chardonnay its bad reputation in the first place. This is because they were using things like oak chips, oak powders, literally sticking planks of wood into tanks to give it that overly oaked flavour. Now, this is unoaked, and it's zesty, it's clean, it's bright, it's properly made, proper grapes, proper craftsmanship. In terms of food pairing, couldn't be more versatile. Chinese takeaway, your Sunday roast, it'll go with anything. It's one that you're always going to want to have in the fridge, on hand, ready to go. On to the reds, and first up, we've got the Adobe Cabernet Sauvignon. Now, this is a finely crafted Cabernet from Emiliana, and they're one of the most important organic and biodynamic producers in the world. Their winery and vineyards at Los Robles are spectacular, and they literally attract winemakers and viticulturalists from all over the world to come and see what they're doing there. In terms of the wine, this is a soft, easy Cabernet. It's not green like other young Cabernets that you can get, and it's all about the fruit, black currant cherries. It really bursts out of the glass. In terms of food pairing, if you're going to try one recipe that we've paired with the wines this month, try this with the beef burger by Jamie Oliver. It's fantastic. So next we've gone for an absolute classic from Bordeaux with the Chevalier Noel. Now, this is made with a blend of 80% Merlot and 20% Cabernet Sauvignon, predominantly from the right bank. And this is a Bordeaux Superior, which means the winemakers and growers have had to adhere to a higher standard than regular Bordeaux AOC wines. And you can really taste that step up in quality. In terms of the style, it's there to be enjoyed young. It doesn't need aging and laying down for a long period of time like some other Bordeaux's. 2020, the vintage, was warm, it was dry, and there were heat waves, but the vines coped quite well. And across the board, really, 2020 has produced this vintage that is more forward, it's fruitier, it's riper, and it's certainly the case with the Noel. You've got more black currants, cherries coming forward. It's a really nice example that shows that Bordeaux doesn't have to be really serious, it's just there to be enjoyed. So next we have a blend of Garnacha, Syrah and Tempranillo in the Boursault selection Tinto. Now, Boursault are a large cooperative where grapes come from 620 members, and they're based in the Campo de Borja, which is just southeast of Rioja. Now, again, it's a region where the climate is hot, but there's cool nights to help balance the wines. And with so many members in the cooperative, it means that Boursault has access to a wide range of vineyard sites, various altitudes, and they're real experts at blending wines from all these sites and producing layers of complexity in their wines. Now, the famous wine critic Robert Parker refers to this as possibly the greatest red wine of value in the world. And this wine really backs it up. It's beautifully rich with layers of plum, berries, it's got spice. It's another wine that you're always going to want to have close to hand. So there you have it, your June case. Now, I hope you enjoy all the wines. Do let us know if you've got any favourites or if you've got any questions. All the wines are available to buy at the bottom of the page, and we'll see you next month.